No dia 21 de novembro de 2020, a SpaceX lançou com sucesso a missão Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich. Este foi lançado do Space Launch Complex 4E na Base Aérea de Vandenberg, na Califórnia. Do tamanho de uma pequena picape, o Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich, construído com a parceria Estados Unidos e Europa, estenderá um conjunto de dados contínuo de quase 30 anos do nível do mar, coletado por uma colaboração contínua de satélites americanos e europeus, enquanto melhora as previsões meteorológicas e fornece informações detalhadas sobre as correntes oceânicas em larga escala para apoiar a navegação de navios perto da costa. Segundo disse Karen Germain, diretora da Divisão de Ciência da Terra da NASA, a Terra está mudando e este satélite ajudará a aprofundar nossa compreensão. E ainda diz, as mudanças nos processos da Terra estão afetando o nível do mar globalmente, mas o impacto nas comunidades locais varia muito. A colaboração internacional é fundamental tanto para entender essas mudanças, quanto para informar as comunidades costeiras em todo o mundo. Após a separação do estágio, o primeiro estágio do Falcon 9 retornou à Terra e pousou com sucesso na zona de pouso 4 na Base Aérea de Vandenberg. Quanto à espaçonave, esta foi implantada aproximadamente 58 minutos após a decolagem.
Falcon 9 is configured for flight.
T-15. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich, continuing a legacy of ocean observation and international collaboration to benefit all humanity.
M1D propulsion is nominal.
Power and telemetry nominal. Vehicle is supersonic. Vehicle is experiencing maximum aerodynamic pressure.
So there we heard that call for max Q. We also heard vehicle is supersonic, meaning it's traveling faster than the speed of sound. A beautiful shot there from the first stage looking down towards Earth and seeing the plume there created by those 9 Merlin 1D engines. Beautiful clear skies there from Vandenberg on the ground, able to track with that rocket as you see it on screen now. Just a reminder, coming up here very quickly, we're going to hear booster or first stage engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
Booster separation is there, visible on screen now. Beautiful shot. There's the backflip, as Jesse mentioned, beginning with the Falcon booster.
Stage 1 boost back burn has started.
And that second engine looks like it has lit. You can start to see the engine bell there turning an
Both
orange.
vehicles are following nominal trajectories. Burn separation confirmed.
And there goes the fairing. That's exposed. That is Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich there on your screen. That is the satellite that has been exposed now because the fairings have been jettisoned and separated, and you just saw it there tumbling away. Some beautiful shots on the way to orbit.
And stage 1, boost back burn, shutdown.
So we're getting reverse angle views of that engine on screen. That's what you're seeing. This is switching between opposite sides of that second
Both
stage.
vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectory.
And that term nominal being used, we've heard that a lot during this call out. That's a very good sign. Nominal just means that everything is going according to plan within the expectation of operation for the vehicle. So we are, there, a great shot from the first stage. You can see the hypersonic grid fins there that are expanded, those honeycomb-shaped structures. As the booster begins to enter the atmosphere, those will be able to help guide and stabilize the booster to make sure that we hit that pinpoint landing like we heard that question asked. How do we ensure pinpoint landing? And those grid fins play a huge part in that. That second stage is in the middle of its first burn. This burn will last approximately 6.5 minutes. And then there will be a long coast phase today. And then we will have a very short, a relatively short second stage, second burn to put us in the correct orbit to follow that path of the Jason series, as we heard earlier. So, Philip, from a trajectory perspective, is this just kind of a moment where do the people working this mission, do they kind of just sit and wait as well here? Because obviously we're not controlling this actively. It's just the vehicle, in theory, just doing what it's programmed to do.
Right. I mean, I will say I didn't personally work this mission, so I'm not sure what my coworker who worked it for the past couple of years is thinking, but it's beautiful to watch this trajectory that we've been planning out for years. We know what the math looks like, we know what the numbers are, but actually seeing these views from the second stage is just amazing.
Yeah, very good. And we'll talk more about kind of your role and what you do as a trajectory analyst. You are, by all accounts, a rocket scientist, which is pretty cool. We will come back and chat more in a bit. Again, we'll revisit you once we get towards that second stage, second burn. But for now, I think we're ready to head back out to check in with Daryl and Jesse to hopefully enjoy
nominal trajectories.
What I would expect to be a beautiful, very noisy nominal landing of that booster. Daryl, how was launch? How did it look out there? All right, we're going to hang off. They're not quite ready yet. I'm sure they're just enjoying it. They probably got up to watch that launch, and they're probably getting positioned again. So I don't blame them.
Me neither. Yeah, they should definitely soak it in.
So that second stage Merlin vacuum engine, MVAC as we like to call it, that produces around 210,000 pounds of thrust once it's on orbit in the vacuum of space.
On entry burn has started.
All right, so call for the entry burn there. I think Daryl and Marina are ready for us. They should be there with Jesse to talk us through the landing. How was launch?
Oh my goodness!
It's incredible.
It was incredible.
That's why we're late. We're all talking at the same time. It's great. Can you tell that we were excited? We were standing there. We saw it. It was so clear we could see the separation as it was going the entire time. Jesse, I mean, isn't that
awe-inspiring?
Mind is blown.
So it's going to be landing right behind us, and we've got a view now of the actual booster coming back. It's got its grid fins out. And that's helpful. It has to use those things.
Yep, it has to help steer it as it's making its way back to land. So it's the steering mechanism.
It's really interesting that it lands right next to the launch pad. We have a little tent over top of us, so we're not going to see that first boost back burn. But we have a clear shot of it coming down onto the pad. The other thing we're waiting for, and we're making sure that we keep track of, is the engine cutoff of stage 2, and we're going to call that out. Here it comes. There it is.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Coming in at an angle and just straightening out. What do you think, Jesse? That's amazing.
Oh my goodness, I might cry right now.
This is so incredible. Every time I see this, it's just
slowing down so perfectly.
perfect.
Just hovering. There's the sonic booms we talked about, and touchdown.
Oh my we heard that.
Oh, that was
And Falcon 9 has landed at LZ for landing operators
beautiful.
proceed into 11.100 on recovery 2.
I'm a little
The
teary-eyed right now.
echo of the power to see it here in person, to feel it.
Oh, and like Jesse said, no matter if you see it or not, you always hear it, right? So that sonic boom is recognizable wherever
and
you are.
reverberating through the valley
Oh,
here.
I know.
I felt that.
Well, what'd you think, Jesse?
I have no words. That was incredible. Like, as many launches as I've seen, seeing it in person is a whole different experience.
And so it's doing the same one that Jason 3 is in decades of continuous data. And so that going up that high means we go up, as high as Alaska and Sweden, but then sweep down below South America. And so it's a nearly circular orbit. And so it's around, around the Earth, it's about 800 miles above the Earth, which is about 1,300 kilometers.
And why such a long coast phase? I know that for those that are familiar with rocketry, they kind of are accustomed to science missions and robotic explorers having a coast phase that can be fairly lengthy. But why this 45-minute coast before the second burn?
So with the rocket, we bring all the gas with us. There's not gas stations in the way. So we want to try and use as little as possible. And so just the way that it works is that, we start
Callie, I want to jump in there for
we fly up
just
in the early parts to a
We're looking at the spacecraft separation right now. I want to let you finish, but we're getting that live, and I wanted to call that out for you. So there goes Sentinel-6. That is a beautiful sight. Watching it drift off there. Again, we are kind of shaded by the Earth, so we're not in direct sunlight at this time. So that's why it's as dark as it is. If the sun were on this side of the Earth, we'd see a little bit more of that, but that's going to kind of just drift off, and that's completely normal and expected.